Hey kids, it's JJ again, here with another show and tell, and this one's a little bit different. Usually my show and tells, it's a new thing I'm kind of doing that's just going to show custom builds and things like that, and just informative type of things. This one's about a build, and it was a spare parts build that I did yesterday. I realized I had a bunch of extra parts that I had ordered, and I thought, I'm going to go ahead and build another micro. What the heck? I had all the parts. This is the awesome E90 quadcopter frame from Banggood. It's got the Omnibus F3 flight controller in it with a 15 amp, Hack RC. This whole thing's from Banggood, actually. The E90, the Omnibus, the Hack RC 15 amp ESC. I've got the 2551 200 milliwatt transmitter VTX in there with my little hot glued teeny tiny little 600 camera that you see me use a lot. And I'm going to do something a little bit different with this video. At the end of this little spiel that I'm going to give, I have a third-person recording, so you can kind of just see it flying, and then I did a DVR with my goggles. It's first-person, so you can see it flying. So it'll be kind of neat. The reason, and this is nothing spectacular. Anybody can build this thing. It's just a frame, and I used plastic standoffs and, put my little tower in there. I did have to cock it sideways. Why did I do that? There was a reason I did that. Doesn't matter. Flight controller's in there normal, but the ESC is sideways. Anyhow, that doesn't matter. The reason I wanted to show you this is nothing spectacular, just using King Kong tri-blades. The one thing I didn't have was 4 motors that were the same. I had 2 motors, I have 3 motors off of my awesome Q95 because one of them smoked, so I had 3 of those, and I had 2 Racer Star 1103s as well. So I thought, well, what the heck? I'm going to put them both on there. So we've got the Racer Star 1103, 10,000 I believe, let me double check. Yep, 10,000 kV motors in the front. In the back, awesome Q95 1103 7500s. These are a lot beefier and, in my opinion, a lot better than the Racer Star ones. There's the Racer Star, there's the Awesomes. Now, interesting thing, it flies awesome. It flies absolutely perfect, even with those mismatched motors. Now, I really only needed to add 1, but I wanted the difference to be evened out in the back. And I really didn't think it was even going to fly. I thought there's such a power difference between a 7500 and a 10,000 that it's going to be all jabberwocky, and it's not. I used my stock PIDs, well, the PIDs that I used for micros, threw them in there and didn't touch a thing. The thing flies like a bat out of hell. It's awesome. I am very, very amazed, because on a real quad, a full-sized bird, like one of these, one time I did put on a mismatched motor. I had a bunch of Emaxes on, and I blew the Emax. This isn't the quad, this is just an example. So I put a, oh, Lord have mercy, what was it? I can't remember now. But it wasn't an Emax, but it was also, the Emaxes were like 1104s, and the one I put on it was an 1105, and it did not like it. But you got to remember, 1104 and 1105 have different magnet sizes. These should be the same magnet sizes because they're both 1103s. But even though the ratio is different on the RPM, or the kV in this case, it flies like a champ. I'm really shocked. I mean, I'm pretty happy because now I know that I can do that. I've never done it before. Maybe other people knew you could do this. But 2 totally different brands in the front, 2 different brands in the back, 10,000 kV, 7,500 kV, and it flies like a dog on fire. Awesome stuff. This one I did the test flights on 2S. Nothing overly fancy on that. I do have a full-size beeper on this tiny little thing, and I'm very happy with it. I didn't even think it'd fly. I thought, well, hang it, I'll put the guts in there, and if the motor mismatch doesn't work, I'll just wait and buy some motors at some point and slap them in there, because I wasn't all that enthused about this frame. Just for shits and grins, on the scale that nobody can see, see what it weighs. 55. That's pretty damn good. Let's see, what's an AIG 100 weigh? 78. 55. Look at that. So, I mean, this thing's going to haul ass, though. This has bigger motors. I mean, to be fair, this is a 3S build and whatever else. But even my custom Lizard is 10 grams more. It's 64 grams. This one's still 55 unless it ate something. So, what is this? King Kong 95 GT, 58. It's still 54. So this little guy, and this one's running 1103 7800s. As you see in the video, I don't even think I went full speed with it, but it flew really, really well. All things considered, the fact that it has a V8 in the back and V4 in the front, I think as long as you keep the motor size the same, like if I had 1104s on the back, probably wouldn't like it a whole lot, but maybe it would. I don't know. Maybe someday I'll try that. But just for your own information, different KVs will work. So, just an FYI, enjoy the footage. Sorry about that, had an interruption. But until then, go ahead and watch the footage on the back of this. There's two different flight videos. One that's third person, one that's first, through FPV goggles. And until then, keep the shiny side up. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And subscribe if you haven't already. Talk to you later, kids. Bye.